We're here to talk about season 2 of Life After Lockup. Can you tease what we're going to get to see this season for our fans?
I think you're going to get to see the most real and like pure portrayal of what hers and our life has actually been over the last year, or better part of a year, as we, journey becoming, first-time parents and all the things that go with that.
Very true. So often people get to see like clips or like little shots of what is going on, like little sneak peeks into what is going on in our life on like articles online, social media, but like there's so much more context to it, and our show gets to really dive in about what my life has been like since I got out of prison.
As you mentioned, you've welcomed a baby together. Congrats about that. How is life as parents treating you both?
Good.
Yeah, it's been incredible so far. Yeah,
Parenthood has been great so far.
Any new milestones for little Aurora?
She's starting to smile.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sweet.
That's the newest one. She's starting to smile, and her eyes are pretty much fully open now. And we're thinking her eyes are going to be blue. So far, they're blue. But that's like the latest update on her.
Oh, that's so sweet. And are you planning on keeping her out of the public eye, or like what is the decision behind that?
As much as we can. We're trying to protect her as much as we can. We know that obviously we are in a very high profile life situation. We have a TV show, we have, the notoriety. So we're doing what we can as parents to protect her as much as we can.
No, that's very understandable. And in the trailer, Gypsy, you said that some have said they think that you might not be a good mom because what you've been through. Why was that something you wanted to share about on the show?
Because it was something that was affecting my mood. I'd read comments online, and it was very hurtful because it's like I am being judged based on either, 1, my crime, or 2, my past with my mom. So I felt like I'm not being given a fair shot at proving myself as a mom. People were saying that stuff when I was pregnant, and I had not even done anything with my child. So I wanted to share it because it was deeply impactful for me, and it was something to overcome.
Now, both of you seem so happy together. How did you know that you were meant to be, or when did you have that moment?
I think we just have a strong connection. We have great chemistry. We just enjoy being around each other. Like we uplift each other, and like whenever we go out into the world and do anything, we can make fun or have a fun time with it. And there's not really anything out there that I want to do that doesn't involve her or our family. Like that's how I know.
And what's it been like for you seeing her as a mom? Like that must be so special, I feel like.
Absolutely. I mean, she's been a rock star parent so far. She's, just watching her growth so far in the last year and seeing that translate into motherhood. And just, I couldn't be more proud to have her as a partner and as the mother of my child in life.
And what are your favorite things about being a mom yourself?
I absolutely love, I know it sounds so simple, but it's so rewarding after a long day of feeding, changing, burping, everything, whenever you just look into her eyes and she's just so peaceful in your arms. Like, that is worth it.
Yeah.
Just knowing that she's at peace and happy and comforted and loved.
I love that. That is so sweet. I can just feel the love from both of you for this little girl. It's so, I love to see that.
She's a blessing for her.
Yes. And can you tell me a little bit about the name? How did you come up with Aurora? I think that's a beautiful name.
Aw, thank you. So, do you want to share?
You go ahead.
Okay, so...
Is it a Disney reference?
It's not.
Okay.
Actually, it's not.
It's common misconception.
Common misconception.
Okay.
But when we first started dating, we were sharing our common interest. And one of them is we would love to see the Northern Lights. And the proper term is the Aurora Borealis. So it comes from the Northern Lights.
That was my second guess. I'm from Alaska, so I was like, it's either Disney or it's Aurora
have you
Borealis.
seen them?
I have. I grew up with
I'm
them.
so jealous.
Yes, maybe one day you can take her to see
Maybe,
them
I'm
when you're
hoping.
older.
It's on the list for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where are some of like your bucket list places that you'd like to travel one day together as a family?
Ooh, that's a good
I think we've
one.
actually talked about this a lot. Like, she really wants to go to London or just the UK in general, Scotland, Ireland. I mean, both of us have been kind of stateside our entire lives, so I mean, anywhere can be intriguing. Like, there's not a place that I wouldn't want to go. Well, for the most part. So I think that like we have like a list, but it's all kind of randomized at this point. However we're feeling in the moment.
I feel like a life in the spotlight also comes with critics on social media. How do you handle like the trolls and the haters online?
I think it's been, like I said before, I think it's been like an evolutionary process where like things could kind of affect you more in the beginning, but as time has gone on, we've built like a stronger skin towards it and just realized that these people don't know us, they've never met us, they probably never will meet us, and they've created all these false realities on what they think our life is and developed their opinions based off of that. But you know, we just don't pay attention to it. And if anybody out there wants to get the realist look of what actually happens in our lives and not like the fodder that's created on social media, then you'll watch our show.
Mm-hmm. Yep. What about you?
I feel like exactly what he said. It is something where it's like, you acknowledge that there are your haters. Everybody has critics. Everybody has haters. But I share my life, and we share our life for the supporters that we have, because there is a vast majority of people that do support me and support our journey.
Absolutely.
And just kind of want to see what's next for us. And that's why we put ourselves out there, is for those people.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
And there's a lot of support, and everybody that we've ever encountered like in person, like 100% of the time have always been super nice, super sweet, very embracing. So we focus on that. That's the real world.
Yeah.
Definitely. And has becoming parents strengthened your bond as a couple?
Yes,
It
absolutely.
has.
Yeah.
We are forced to problem solve a lot better.
Yeah. We just realized that we're in this together. You know, it's all about the
Same
family
team.
now, and yeah, there's no problem that we can't overcome.
Yeah, and I know in the trailer you mentioned that you can't currently like live together. What was that experience like, and what will fans get to see this season about that on the show?
Well, it is a struggle, like to having to go back and forth between my parents' house and his house. It's difficult emotionally. It's difficult on Aurora, because the first night either at home or at his house, it's like she gets fussy because it's constantly changing her environment. And it's I couldn't drive myself, so he would have to come pick me up, and it was an hour away from both places. So it's hard to juggle and navigate that. So they're going to kind of see my emotions towards it all and how difficult it truly is.
And also in the trailer, your ex said that he would step up if he was the father. Were you both shocked when you saw that unfolding?
I wasn't really shocked. I mean, I think it's admirable that if he was potentially the father, that he would step up and take responsibility. But we always knew who the father was.
Yeah.
There was never any doubt.
Yeah, I saw you mention that in the trailer as well.
Yeah.
Do you keep in contact with him, or is there any message that you'd want to share with him?
No, I mean, we have both kind of figured out that right now is not a time. Like, it's so fresh to the both of us, so it's just not a time where we could have a conversation and it doesn't end with sort of like shots being fired or something. So
yeah, best to keep it separate.
yeah, just separate.
Yeah. Now, Gypsy, you also recently shared a message to the Menendez brothers, but do you have any advice for them specifically if they were to want to go into the spotlight, if they were able to be released?
I would say put the brakes on it, because it is very overwhelming. A lot has changed even since I was in prison, and you know, while I was in prison, I was getting my education, I was bettering myself, and then I thought that I was prepared for it, and I was kind of kept away and kind of sheltered from all the hype around me. I had not seen any documentaries or anything, so I didn't know what I was coming out to, and then all of a sudden it hit me like a ton of bricks. I was literally everywhere when I got out of prison. Like, people were like making little TikTok trendy videos and everything. So I would say, like, coming out of prison, everything's going to overwhelm them. Even the colors that are so bright, because in prison it's very bland. So it will overwhelm them, and I feel like they just need to take their time, get their feet on the ground, and then if that's something they want to pursue, go ahead. But make sure you get them,
I feel like that's
foundation set.
Definitely wise. And I know you mentioned social media and the fans were really supporting you. I remember the TikToks of the counting down the days for you.
I remember.
Have there been, because you are such a fan favorite on social media, has there been any fan interactions that have shocked either of you?
Nothing that's like too out of the ordinary. I just like I like meeting fans. Recently I've been kind of engaging with the positive people more than the negative.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think one of the best, for her fans interactions that we had was at SFSU, and just seeing all the love in that room and all the praise and support that she had from like a full audience of people.
I did a public speaking event, and the audience was so welcoming and sweet. it was such a great experience.
I love that. And also, I feel like there's been a lot of like celebrity and reality star supporters. Have there been any that have slid into either of your DMs, like to show support or any fun not like sliding into the DMs,
I know,
but like, you know, like showing support or like messages or anything like that?
Oh yeah, of course. I've had some in the past. And Ken, have you had any?
I mean, I've had people that like have DM'd me like for her saying, "Hey, send Gypsy my support and my love," for sure. Yeah. I can't remember names off the top of my head, but yeah.
Yeah, it's happened.
Now, for people who are tuning into the season that don't know much about you, what do you hope they take away from the season of Life After Lockup?
Well, this is our second season, and I think I really want people to take away that this is a new season of my life. You know, when the first season was drama and bad choices and just me kind of finding my footing. And so this season, you're going to see a new level, like, maturity in me that I developed while in my pregnancy, because I realized, hey, I'm going to be a mom. So this is a new season of my life, and that's what this season's about.
Now, last question. Could you describe the season in 3 words? It could be 3 words each, 3 words total.
Oh, okay.
Just the first 3 words you think of.
All right, you go first.
Describe the season in 3 words. Okay. Family. That's 1.
Okay. Friendship.
Overcoming.
Oh, I like that.
Those are good ones. Those are good
Yes,
ones.
yes.